Home renovations are only part of the puzzle when you sell your home. Here's a video you must watch that talks about how you can 3x your home's value. According to recent studies, some home upgrades recover less than 50% of their cost when you sell. If you don't want to lose half of your investment, watch this video. I'll show you which upgrades to avoid and which ones can actually make you money. Now that I've caught your attention, just a reminder that this is your home and you can do whatever you want to it. You make an upgrade for your personal enjoyment, but you should also make it thinking for the long term. Most people want to be smart with their money and use it to benefit them in the long run. Let's talk about upgrades that can actually hurt your wallet. First, going overboard with home improvements. You might think that the highest grade of granite countertops or a high-end home theater will make your house the talk of the neighborhood. And it will, but here's the thing. If you improve your home too much, you might price yourself right out of your own neighborhood. Ryan Fitzgerald, a real estate expert, warns that this can make it super hard to sell your home later on for top dollar. So what are some specific upgrades that often turn into money pits? The top of that list is swimming pools. I know, they look amazing and they seem like a great idea, and they can be a great idea. But if you get a pool for the wrong reasons or have the wrong expectations, it will backfire on you. Pools are expensive to put in, they're expensive to maintain and insure. And get this, many buyers actually see them as a headache rather than a cool feature. So if you're thinking about adding a pool to boost your home's value, you might want to think twice about that. Next up, solar panels. You may have heard the pitch about how it decreases your utility costs and increases your home value. Well, that's partly a true pitch. It absolutely decreases your monthly utilities. Look, I have solar panels and my per month utility bill is like $10. But realize most solar panels buyers have to finance the panels to purchase them. They usually cost around $20,000 to $30,000 and take years and years to pay off. Newsflash, a home buyer doesn't want to take on your solar panel payment. They want it paid off by you at closing. That's what I did when I purchased my home. I made sure the seller paid off the panels completely. Essentially, they paid in full for something that I get to enjoy every month. Now, let's talk about landscaping. Landscaping is great, but going above and beyond can backfire. Have you ever seen those huge rock retaining walls or fancy fountains? They might look great, but they're not likely to pay off when you sell. Retaining walls over 3 to 4 feet require a professional engineer anyways to design them, and they get costly quickly. Buyers often see these high walls as maintenance liabilities and costly. Here's another surprise. Special rooms like sunrooms or saunas, they might seem luxurious, but they rarely add significant value to your home. Realize, unless a sunroom has a dedicated heat source, a real foundation, and building quality materials, it won't be counted as finished square footage in your home, which impacts what an appraiser can value this room for. So what about the whole house audio systems or other fancy tech? Isn't that a really big selling point? Not really. These systems can use a lot of electricity, generate a lot of heat, and often break down after just a few years. Plus, technology moves so fast that what's cool today may be old news by the time you sell. Don't even get me started on those showy DIY upgrades like LED shower heads or fancy toilets. A contractor and designer says these are fun but super expensive to install and won't add much value to your home. Another big no-no is turning a bedroom into a home office. I know, it might seem like a good idea, especially with more people working from home. But Ryan Fitzgerald warns that this is a surefire way to lose money on renovations. Buyers want bedrooms, and taking one away can really hurt your home's value. So if you're going to use a home bedroom as an office, keep the closet in place and make sure it can easily be converted back into a bedroom. Lastly, but not least, let's talk about personal style choices. Things like murals or bold wallpaper might look great to you, but they can be a real turnoff for buyers. Mary Ann Grayboy says that a potential buyer often has a hard time seeing past these personal touches, and removing them can be a costly headache. So what should you do instead? How can you upgrade your home without throwing your money down the drain? Well, stick around, because at the end of this video, I'll show you some smart alternatives that can actually boost your home value and make it more appealing to buyers. Next, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Renovations that seem like good ideas, but actually give poor returns. I've seen so many homeowners fall into this trap, thinking they're making smart choices only to end up losing money when they sell. First up, let's chat about design choices. You might think that mixing styles is cool and unique, but trust me, it can really hurt your home's appeal. Imagine walking into a house with a farmhouse kitchen and then seeing modern fixtures in the living room. It just feels off, right? That's exactly what buyers think too. They want a home that feels cohesive, not a mismatch of styles. Now, here's something that might shock you. Those standard maintenance upgrades you think are so important, they might not be adding as much value as you think they are. Sure, replacing your HVAC system or water heater is necessary, but buyers expect those things to be working when they move into a home. They're not going to pay extra just because you did what they consider was basic upkeep of your home. Let's also talk about DIY projects for a second. I know it's tempting to save money by doing things yourself, but if you're not a pro, it can really backfire. Ryan Fitzgerald, a real estate expert, says one of the first things buyers notice is craftsmanship, especially if things aren't done correctly. So that wonky tile job or the uneven paint, yeah, buyers will spot that right away, and it could cost you thousands of dollars in the sale. Here's another tricky area, custom built-ins. You might love your fish aquarium or a hot tub, but not everyone will. Marianne Grayboy, a realtor, puts it this way. More often in real estate transactions, a specialty built-in becomes a hindrance to the sales opportunity. That means your cool custom feature could actually make it harder to sell your home. And don't even get me started on super personal renovations. That yoga studio or wine cellar, that might be your pride and joy, but it could limit your home's curb appeal. Justin Christon, a contractor, advises buyers are looking at the home as their own, and they do not want to have to do more renovations just to fix your stuff. Keep your renovations clean and simple. Lastly, those high-end upgrades like saunas, steam showers, and heated floors, they might feel luxurious, but they probably won't pay off when you sell. Christon notes, unfortunately, they won't bring back money when you go to sell your home. Those upgrades are costly and a little too personal to the current homeowner. So, what should you do instead? How can you make smart upgrades that actually boost your home's value? Well, stick around. In the next section, I'll show you some renovations that can really pay off. These are the upgrades that buyers love and are willing to pay a little more for. Trust me, you won't want to miss these tips. All right, let's talk about the good stuff. You've heard about the upgrades to avoid, but now I'm going to show you the ones that can actually make you money. These are what we call high ROI or return on investment upgrades. That's right, return on investment. For those of you who don't speak real estate talk, let me tell you, I've seen homes fly off the market because of these smart upgrades. And the best part, they don't have to break the bank. First up, let's chat about your home's exterior. You might not think about it much, but it's the first thing buyers see. Want to know a secret? Replacing your garage door can give you a return of nearly 100%. That's right. You could get almost all the money back when you sell. It's like getting a facelift for your house. And speaking of first impressions, don't forget about your front door. A new steel entry door can give you an ROI of up to 188%. That's not a typo, folks. You could actually make money on this upgrade. Plus, it will keep your home warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Win-win, right? Here's another exterior upgrade that buyers love. Manufactured stone veneer. It looks fancy, but it's not as expensive as you might think. And get this, it can recoup all of its costs and then some. Talk about curb appeal. Now let's move inside. You know those old drafty windows you've been meaning to replace? Well, now's the time. New energy efficient windows can get you back over 50% of what you spend. Plus, they'll make your home more comfortable and save you money on energy bills. Here's something you might not have thought about, converting your attic or basement into usable space. With more people working from home these days, a home office is a big selling point. And if you can add square footage to your home without actually making it bigger, that's a win. That's gold in the real estate world. But you know what really makes buyers fall in love with your house? Curb appeal. I'm talking about simple things like updating your landscaping. All right, now that we've covered the smart upgrades, let's talk about the golden rules of home improvements. These are the tips that can save you from costly mistakes and help you make the most of your investment. I've seen too many homeowners learn these lessons the hard way. and I don't want that to happen to you. First things first, always consider your local market. What works in one area doesn't always mean it's going to work in another area. Before you start any upgrade, ask yourself, will this appeal to most buyers in my neighborhood? Remember, you're not just upgrading for yourself, but for future buyers too. Here's a quick checklist to help you decide if an upgrade is really worth it. 1, will it improve your daily life? 2, does it fit within the rest of your home? 3, is it something most buyers would want? And 4, will it help your home sell faster? If you can say yes to most of these, then you're probably on the right track with your home upgrades.